I feel like the collegiality of our department just has really allowed me to develop as a scientist.
Some of the smartest people that I've ever met are my classmates.
I was a little bit in shock when I saw how nice the labs were.
It's something I had never seen before, and it honestly was so cool, and it just really made me excited to go to grad school.
The first year, you're taking a mixture of courses and you're doing your research rotations to try to figure out what lab you want to join.
One of the classes we took our first year, Mechanisms of Signal Transduction, was hands down the favorite class I've ever taken in my whole life.
So as a chemistry major, I felt like I was really well prepared for classes like biochemistry, but then I also had to take microbiology classes that I'd never been exposed to before.
I would say this program really focuses on making well-rounded scientists, not only making sure you know a lot about your area of research, but also science in general.
Whenever I walk into a lab, you can kind of tell what you'll be able to learn there. Like, I know I can do tissue culture techniques, I know I can learn how to do RNA sequencing, I know I can learn how to do PCR. I know how to use a cryostat or maintain a mouse colony. Like, all of these things are something you can just pick up on when you walk into a lab because you see all this equipment there and people available to train you. So it's nice.
Not everybody joins their first research rotation, but our program is super supportive of you taking the time to rotate to make sure that you find the right fit, because you're going to be there for the next 5 to 6 years.
Say you want to study brain diseases, there are labs that do that. Maybe you're more into microbes like fungus or viruses, and there are labs for that. You can go into genetics and gene regulation. You could spend your whole career studying a protein and its structure and function and how that relates to disease. And it's just really exciting to be in a program where you have so many different labs doing so much different kind of research. And I just think that's really cool.
Some of the best parts I feel about being in the Mulligan graduate program is just the collaborative and friendly nature.
We're a fairly small program, which means all of the students know all of the faculty. Everyone feels very approachable, and it just feels kind of like a small scientific family, which is really nice. You have a project that, for the most part, you are working on by yourself. That's your own project, and that's really great. You get so much independence, but it's also, to be able to do that successfully, you need the support of other students and the faculty that you can go to.
Faculty which have been here for decades, seen all these great scientific advancements occur, and then you have PIs which also have now utilized those same scientific advancements in their own work, and so you kind of get that wonderful melting pot of both, the old and the new kind of all coming together.
All of our graduate students have very different career goals. I think our program does a really good job at providing the right opportunities depending on what your career trajectory is.
They have something here called the PFF, which is Preparing Future Faculty, and they have workshops and reading clubs and classes and connections to help you become an adjunct professor.
There are teaching assistant positions that help cover your graduate student stipend, and so that can be really useful.
They offer special seminars where you can talk to people about their journey through life and how they got to where they are.
And they actually have funds set aside for students to travel, to give talks for conferences, and we're able to share the science that you see students are generating with the world.
Our program has a really big focus on communicating your science, and I think the emphasis on that in Mulligan is incredible, and I think it actually is going to help me a lot in my future endeavors, and I think it helps a lot of other people, regardless if you want to go into communication and policy or not.
Some of the students that have graduated from my lab personally, like some of them work out on the West Coast at big pharma companies, others have started their own small biotech companies, and then others are currently postdocing with one of our pharma collaborators up in New York. So our web has no limits.
It really is incredible to be able to work in an atmosphere like this, in a space like this, and doing what we do.
My research project and writing my dissertation, thinking about the future directions, and another student, building on the work I've done, is very satisfying to know that when I graduate, my research doesn't end, but it gets continued.
I feel like they've gone above and beyond to train me for the career that I would like.
I think it really will make everybody who comes out of this program incredibly successful.